Well, good morning. This is it. Just 2 days to go until the polls close across America. And this morning, we're wrapping up the campaign with some analysis from my old partner in crime from WBZ, now the voice of mornings on 89.7 GBH Radio, Joe Mathieu. Joe, welcome.
Nice to see you again. A little reunion here. Boy, what an election you picked to do it.
Yeah, never a dull moment. Absolutely. So, Joe, I looked it up.
Yep.
And 1 year ago, in a then theoretical matchup, Joe Biden led Donald Trump in New Hampshire by 8 points. In the latest New Hampshire polling, Joe Biden leads by 8 points. So New Hampshire was a key state for Donald Trump in the primaries in 2016. He nearly beat Hillary Clinton there in the general election. It has a Republican governor who supports Trump and who's very popular, and they've avoided the worst of the impact of COVID-19. But still, Biden leads handily. What do you make of that?
I'm fascinated by New Hampshire for a lot of the reasons you just mentioned. It's a bit of a microcosm. And it's the place where Donald Trump became a real boy. And maybe I should avoid the Pinocchio references here today, but it is the first state he won in the primary contest, the first time people took him seriously instead of being kind of this comedian on the campaign trail. Most major polls do show him losing. What I want to see, though, is if there's evidence of changing demographics like we've seen all over the country, people leaving cities like Boston for the suburbs or rural areas, in this case, crossing the border into New Hampshire, potentially making the border towns even more blue. I have a producer, John, who lives in Salem, New Hampshire, right over the line. She's been counting a lot more Trump won signs, she told me, than Biden signs. Yeah. So I'm wondering, do we see a hardening of positions here? Will it be more moderate to liberal in the border towns and more conservative in the rural areas? We could find New Hampshire to be really split along these lines.
Well, speaking of the hardening of positions, check this out. And apparently, there are some organizations that are doing exit polling of early voters. Who'd you vote for? And in one exit poll, they found that 13% of Republicans who voted so far have voted for Biden. Now, that not only runs counter to all the polls of partisan enthusiasm for the president, but if that number should stand up, that would be a sign of a landslide win for Biden. Tying this back to New Hampshire, Governor Sununu, wildly popular on a glide path to re-election there, has been conspicuously absent from recent Trump rallies in his state. Is there something bubbling up here among at least a portion of Republicans that spells trouble for the president on Tuesday night?
Boy, that's a great question. I'll be curious to see how that plays locally because Sununu has been pro-Trump. He's been on cable news just in the last week talking about the fact that he's suing Massachusetts and a whole other story here to say that he is pro-Trump, pro-growth, low taxes. He's not changing his tune on that. But not showing up for rallies is significant, not meeting the president on the tarmac for the photo op, not to mention some of the stuff we've been hearing from Republican senators, John, just slowly moving away a bit, specifically when it comes to COVID, just so there's a little sunshine between now and Election Day.
Well, we have to take a break, Joe, but I've been rattling on here on WBZ for some time with a theory I've had for a while that in presidential elections where there's an incumbent on the ballot, it's a referendum on that incumbent, and that the voter decision about whether to keep him or fire him is pretty much baked into the cake as much as a year in advance. And I'm wondering if we're seeing the Keller theory hold up here or not.
Well, it all comes down to Jon Keller's theories every 4 years. But look, you may well be onto something. We talk about these October surprises, like we're going to have this big game changer at the last minute. Most Americans don't feel that way. And look at the year we've had. People have been to hell and back this year. None of that's changed. So if they were already wary of re-electing Donald Trump at the beginning of the year, imagine where they are now.